Good morning. It is Wednesday, September 18th, 2024. We are on week 38. Week 38. That means that in 2 weeks, we will be at week 40, and then there's only 12 weeks left of 2024, which means right now we're sitting at 14 weeks left of 2024. Um, I can do math at 7:24 in the morning. First of all, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has been listening, commenting on these videos every week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, that just lets me know that you've seen them, that you've heard them, that you may have resonated with the message. Um, whew, this has been a whirlwind of emotions this week. Uh, Yesterday, we just had a full moon in Pisces, which is a water sign, which is a sign full of emotion. Um, and I, as someone who teaches, as someone who coaches, as someone who is a medium, um, as someone who's a energy healer, it's so very important for us to also get readings. It's important for us to also go through energy healings and clearings. And yesterday I had the opportunity to do that. And we often think as we go through different situations or circumstances in our life that we've dealt with it, we've moved on from it. Um, but a few things became very apparent in my healing session yesterday, and that's that I did deal with it. I did on the surface deal with it, but that internally I was still holding on to it. Different things. Grief from a relationship, a 2 year relationship that I thought we both loved each other. I thought we both meant something to each other. I thought we were going to be together forever, to later discover that wasn't true on their side. Um, to holding on to trauma from my childhood. And as you guys know, I am currently writing my third book, and been a lot of stuff that has come to the surface in the process of writing this third book where I've been healing through it. I have never written a book that has taken me this long. The idea was that I would have it ready for the publisher for October 1st, and then has been delayed because of the healing that has come to the surface that I can't ignore. And I think as we go through things, we want to speed up the process. We want to hurry it along. But the truth is, we can't. And so yesterday, I wept. I cried so much. And I wasn't sure how I was going to do this video this morning because I'm trying not to trigger myself to cry again. But tears are cleansing. They are cleansing not only for the things going on and the toxins in our body, but they are cleansing for our soul. And they bring about such great healing. I think it's important to cry. And yesterday, the energy healer I was working with literally was like, stop holding on. Stop holding on to the tears. Stop, allow yourself to cry. She's like, you don't have to be strong right now. You have to allow yourself to cry and weep. And so as I was going to bed last night, the tears started again and they did not want to stop. And I came across, because one of the things I do is I like to scroll Pinterest at night just to see if there's any quotes or memes or things that pop up that maybe God feels I need. And so I asked God last night, show me what I need. Show me what I need to see or hear. And two I came across a scripture, and then I lost it, and I couldn't remember what the scripture was. And then I somehow ended up on Facebook and watching reels. And as I'm scrolling, I stopped. And there was a gentleman speaking about obstacles and new fresh starts. And that's really what I'm in that process of doing, is creating a fresh start, not only for my life and my business, but for my soul as I go through this great healing. And the scripture I had originally seen was Isaiah 43:19. And the man was speaking on Isaiah 43:19. Sometimes we cry out to God and we ask Him for His guidance, for His direction. I've been wanting to for months kind of slow down on doing mediumship readings and card readings and really just focus my energy and my attention on coaching, spiritual life coaching, and helping women that are struggling going through narcissistic relationships and coming out of that, and domestic violence and trauma. Because as I heal through that amount of garbage that I've gone through in writing of the third book, it opens my eyes that I know what to say. I I have the best advice. And I know I want to teach little mini workshops and to help people grow and step into their truth and their power. And I'm ready for this. And this is my next step. And the closer I grow to God and build that relationship and really build a foundation, that's what's been missing from my business, was a foundation that needed to be laid, and Jesus needed to come in and be created as the CEO of my company, of my business, of my life, so that I can truly do what I'm meant to do and my purpose. The scripture, Isaiah 43:19, is this. It says, behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and the rivers in the desert. And I need to make new my business, my life. Listen, tomorrow is not promised, and all we have today. But if we fast forward through today and we don't deal with the things we need to deal with, they will become attached to our body, in our cells, in our mind, in our heart, in our soul. And so, whatever it is that you are trying to fast forward through, I'm asking you to take your time to go through it, to heal through it, to heal from it. One of the things that we discovered in this process was that I have some mom stuff I have to deal with. And if you've noticed that I haven't been myself for the last 2 or 3 weeks, there's a reason for that. And I'm ready to share. About 3 weeks ago, I received a call from my son. my baby boy that I gave up. He called me, he reached out, and we talked and we communicated. And my heart was filled a little bit more. That empty space, that empty hole was filled. And I've been doing intensive counseling over it because I was almost caught off guard. It was an unexpected phone call that has really brought things to the surface. There were some questions I couldn't answer because I didn't want to hurt him. And we're going to talk again in a couple weeks, but it was such a filling place of this is my baby boy and he's okay. And he's not angry with me and he understands the choice I had to make. And he understands why I had to make that choice. And he loves me despite it. And we haven't communicated about meeting for the first time or any of that. I don't even know if he wants to. But what I do know is that even though it was an unexpected phone call, it was a call that changed my life. It was a call that needed to happen at that exact moment because that was the moment that I decided to rebuild my business and rebuild my life. And it's funny because the chapter I'm working on in my third book is called The Rebuild. And so everything is aligning just as it's meant to. It may not be published when I set out to do, but I'm going to trust the process. And I'm going to trust that there's some stuff I need to do as I rebuild this process and my business and myself. So those of you that have stuck with me over the years and who have watched my ups and my downs, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for not abandoning me. Abandonment is something I've dealt with my whole entire life. I know I'm not always easy, and I know it's hard for the empaths out there. You stuck by me, and you've showed me love and support, and that's something I have looked for my whole entire life. As I go through this healing and this rebuild, thank you for sticking with it. Thank you for sticking by my side. I know I am loved, and I know I am appreciated, and I know I'm wanted by others. But now it's time for me to show myself that I'm worth it, that I'm valued, that I'm loved, that I'm appreciated, and that I'm supported by me and by God. So as I go through this transition, which is not easy, I want to thank you for just your love and support. People don't know what we're going through unless we tell them, unless we show them. I just wasn't ready. I'm ready to be me. Just as I taught last week in a workshop about authenticity and stop people pleasing. That's the transition I'm in. Is stop the people pleasing and just be me. And if people go away, they go away. But I'm going to keep smiling and shining and fighting a sickness, but being myself. because you've all inspired that. So, from Spirit and myself, thank you for being part of this journey. I can't wait to do this all over again in just 14 weeks as I continue to grow, as you continue to grow. You can now purchase this on the website. So I invite you, and it's $75 for the early bird special. So if you want to get next year's and get on board and receive a free last 14 weeks to gift to someone else, go to the website today and make your purchase. www.readingsbytamara.ca is the website. Also, when you're there, check out the 2 workshops coming up. There's one on rising up into forgiveness, and then the third one is rise up into power. They're both available. They're both on there for registration. It's $13, guys. $13. So go purchase that. Go be a part of this journey, this new level, this new awakening, and this new place of spiritual love. I love you. You mean the world to me. And let's continue to rise up. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week.